Hi there, everyone. Maggie here again. Welcome back to Thoughts from a Changing Mind. It's been a little while since I did the last video. I know I've said that a couple of times lately, but been working hard to try and get the work done on my house so I can get it sold. We're nearing the end on that, thankfully, but that's part of the reason it's been a little while. This is actually almost exactly a year since the first one, and we're now up to episode 13. So a lot has changed since then. Time's flown by. A lot of changes in some respects, but still me, still, still happy, still moving on, and everything's going well. It's interesting talking about episode 13. It sort of made me think of a couple of things. Obviously, a lot of times 13 is regarded as an unlucky number, and it can be, that things always seem to go wrong on the 13th, or 13 is a bad number. But it made me think about the whole question of luck, and doing this work that I've done on the house recently, has been a lot of times where things haven't gone so well, and I've felt down on my luck, and it's sometimes felt very daunting about what is the way forward, is there a way forward, and felt very much alone. But it's at times like that actually that I've realized the benefit of friends, and making the admission that you need help, and you will get it. And I think I touched on that the last time I spoke to you. And but the whole thing about luck is that sometimes I've realized that a lot of the growth that I've gone through is as a result of things that were tough in the past. I had to learn those lessons in order to make sense of what's happening now, and to appreciate what's happening now. And it doesn't lessen how bad you felt at the time or how daunting it may have seemed, but it was something that actually formed part of the whole life leading up to that point, that enabled you to make sense of things later on and appreciate things later on. And I think, what that made me think of was really that if, when those times of bad luck come along, if you're able to say to yourself, okay, it's tough, I may not see a way out at the moment, I may feel alone, but in fact, try and then hold on to the fact that however tough it may seem, it's somehow, some way, teaching you something, helping you grow into something through which you will benefit from later on. So it'll make you stronger, wiser, more well equipped, more appreciative of your blessings when you get them. And like I say, I'm not trying to lessen the feeling that people have when things are going wrong and when things are bad, but if you can just hang on to that thought that it's not going to be forever, it's rarely, I won't say not, it's rarely, insurmountable, particularly if you have a support network, if you've got someone you can talk to and can help. And in the end, that trouble that you've gone through will actually make you stronger and wiser and more appreciative later on. So bear that in mind. Another thing, tonight I went back to see Mama at the bistro for the first time in a long time. It was great to be back to see her and to feel amongst friends, and I took a friend of mine as well, and it was great to talk to her too. And it's interesting because given the current situation at the moment, there's a lot of things that can make people feel angry or militant because of the way that our community is being treated. But what struck me most of all when I went to see the people at the bistro was the image that our community is so much, it's such an example to the rest of our current society at the moment, in that our community is based on love and acceptance and inclusion. And I understand that there's a time for anger and there's a time for militancy. And certainly we shouldn't just roll over and accept everything that's thrown at us and everything that people are trying to do to members of our community. But I also think that sometimes we've actually got to highlight to the outside world the things that we are best at, the things that set us apart. And when the rest of the world is so full of anger and division and militancy, that sometimes it's best to show them that, in fact, love and inclusion and acceptance is actually a far better solution and is a far better way forward. And maybe we set that example and let others follow. You shouldn't say that people have to follow it or make them follow. We just lead by example. And Mama at the bistro is a perfect example of that. She's been leading by example for 30 years. And we in the community are so grateful to her for looking after us and loving us for so long. So thank you, Mama. She also says some very kind words about these videos that I do, and said that I helped people, and I hope that's true. That's the main reason I do these, is just to say to other people who are in a similar position to me, going through similar changes, but maybe aren't given the blessings that I've been given, to say you're not alone. You can get through this. It's nothing unusual. You can be who you want to be. You are beautiful. You can be loved, and you are part of a community that loves you. But it also made me think that for every time someone says to me that I may have helped someone, I can assure you that there are 10 people out there that have helped me in a similar way. I am so grateful to all of the people out there who have supported me, given me strength when I needed it, have included me with open arms and without a second thought. And hopefully you all know who you are, but I will be eternally grateful to you all. You are a wonderful community. We are a wonderful community. And I thank you so much. I suppose it would be remiss of me not to include my very special friend down in Arizona, who I'm hoping I can get to see again next month. She has been a pillar of strength to me, even though I've only just seen her in person the once, but for the last few months she has been incredible and so loving and supportive and inclusive, and I thank her from the bottom of my heart for everything she's done for me. And like I say, she's a special one for me, but there are so many people out there too who have been tremendous and wonderful, and I thank them all. But anyway, that's enough for now, but I love you all. I hope that you get something from this. Please let me know if there's anything I can do to make these better. And in the meantime, stay happy, stay well, stay safe. And like I say, I love you all, and I'll talk to you again soon. Okay? Bye for now.